The interesting topic for today's discussion is how to regulate your fashion wears and interests.
Fashion is not about nudity. So whatever you wear is telling of who you are.
Only we wearing spaghetti and celebrating yourself outside, even with your stretch mark.
There's a difference between a bed material and a wife material.
Their private part ends here. They don't know here is also part of it. Welcome back. We're still discussing how to regulate your fashion wears and interests. You know, something you just mentioned now that we can use in a very low word, say, dress to notice me. So they want to be noticed. You know, I just returned a few days ago, and a girl that boarded the same flight with us. You know what we call, what do you call it now? This small something we wear inside, like knicker. What do you call it?
Tights, yes, tights.
That's all that girl wore. Tight and a small top. Tight that's what to be inside. Is what she want. Enter plane.
People like that are looking for markets.
We know aeroplane is a public place. You meet the big and the small and old. And when she put was and she I said, with her big lap, I said, my God, what's this? Just tight. I'm not joking. Just a few days ago. So that if she wore this fish, you know I'm referring to her. But I'm not moved. I usually talk to them when I'm moved. Since I was not moved to talk, I keep ready. What I did last time, I talked to that young girl. The short you wear, my God, everything about that. First, I said, God said, my spirit said, speak to this young girl. I said, but how am I going to do it? I hope I don't want insult because some of them have read, they won't even take it.
Yeah.
The thing says, speak to her. I said, okay, God, I will do that. But how? Then we boarded the same plane. We landed in Benin. As God will have where we will start to collect our luggage, she just came by my side and greeted me first. I turned here, oh, how are you? Say, fine. I look at her, I say, now this opportunity, I brought her to you. That's what my spirit said. Then I say, okay, you're also waiting for your baggage. I say, yes. I said, are you not feeling good with the way what you wear? He said, no, ma'am. That's okay. Even at that, this is a public place. Whenever you want to try, please dress better. Cover this place because you are meeting both big and small in the plane. You know what she said? She said, thank you, ma'am. I've taken note of that. And I was happy. And she didn't insult me. What's your business? Mind your business. You know, because their mouth are so sharp.
Yeah.
You know. And so, but this one I just mentioned, I was not led to talk. I was led, but I said, as I was looking at the men, also men are looking lot of things
strange. Yeah.
No. So we have to really be careful, and this is not to show.
You see, that is no more fashion.
No more fashion.
That is now offensive.
Yes.
Is that offensive dressing? Yeah.
Because clothing is actually to cover our nakedness. That's the essence of clothing. And so anytime you dress as a man, as a woman, you didn't cover your nakedness, then you're no longer, it's not clothing anymore. All right, so we'll talk about interest here too. So when would interest come in now? Your interest as per your choice of fashion. Exactly.
Like I said earlier, fashion is a thing it comes from the mind of the individual person. It comes from your orientation. It comes from the way you were raised. It comes from the kind of class you belong to, the kind of peer group you have. So those things influence the choice you make when it comes to fashion. But all the same, you can as well be in the midst of people that are not decently dressed, and you stand out as the one person there who believes in decent dressing, who can even influence others, like what she did from what she just said about the girl she met in the plane. Yeah. She influenced the girl to do it better next time. Yes. So you can also be the one that is influencing them. I can assure you, it is not easy to influence them these days because people who are doing the wrong thing, they come out, they want you to think that that is the right thing to do. They go online, they speak about it, they tell you how it's none of your business for them to wear what they wear. So when you meet with people like that, you're trying to influence them. It becomes difficult to influence them. But then influencing such people, look at the style she used. You need a lot of love in your heart to be able to influence them. You need a lot of patience to be able to influence them. Yeah. You can't just rush to, you can't condemn them. Yes. You can't attack them. If you come from a place of condemnation, you have lost them. Exactly. Don't make them feel that they are the worst people on earth. They don't know any better. If they know any better, they will do better. It's not like something that you know is wrong and you just want to do it. No, they think they are fashionable. They think they are appealing to the world. They are appealing to people around them, people they want to probably seduce. That is the best way to seduce them, you know, and all that. Because they don't know, you cannot go with them as an ignorant person as well. You go to them with knowledge because you know better than them. That is why you're going there to correct them. So you go with love in your heart towards them. So that even if you talk to them politely and they insult you, you don't get offended. You don't take it personal. That is part of the problem. The fact that they insulted you, would have been surprised if they did insult you, because that is part of the problem. They have upbringing problem. There's one little girl that I saw online. She said she's 17, half naked. She just used something to cover here in her breast, all this part of her breast showing down. And she said she's 17. She need a boyfriend that is rich or something like that. So you can imagine. Then the first question that came to my mind is that this girl came from a home.
Underaged. It's not even up to 18.
Yes. She came from a home. She was given birth to by a mother. Even if her mother is late, there are so many women in the world around her that should have been a mother to her.
Yes.
Is it that they fail to be a mother to her, or what happens? So you can never go to a girl like that to correct her dressing, and she will take it lightly with you. As far as she's concerned, that is the way she survived. That is the way she survived. She's probably taking care of her parents with that way of life as a minor. So going to people like that, you have to go with so much love in your heart, with this mindset of, I want to help. Not that you want to condemn, you want to help.
Thank you so much. We're for a break now. Vivid View.
Say and do it.
Welcome back. We're still discussing how to regulate your fashion wear and interest. Remember that word you say your, so we're talking to you now as an individual. We know it's your life, and we usually say it's my life, I live my life. But don't forget that they affect other people who are watching you behind. The people are watching, and you influence them negatively most times. Why would you want to be a crusader or a leader of bad and negative, negativity to your junior ones around you? Why not be a good model? That is what we are discussing now. Say, how would you explain fashion in the context of modesty?
Fashion in the context of modesty, in everything we do in life, it is expected of us to be modest. Anything that is done out of modesty is absolutely wrong.
On itself, yes.
Is absolutely wrong. Being modest, my modesty may not be your modesty.
I agree.
My modesty has to do with what I can afford. That's why when I was talking before, I said, you can go to Bendam Boutique. You know what I mean by Bendam Boutique? Those of you watching me, we all know, as in Nigeria here, we know what is Bendam Boutique.
Yes,
so somebody can go to Bendam Boutique and pick stuff there and wash, iron properly, dress properly, and that is your modest. Somebody else can go to one very expensive shop to go and buy something, to go and buy clothes to wear. That is the person's modesty, because he has the means to, he can afford that. Modesty is that you do it according to your pocket. You don't allow, this is what somebody else is wearing. I keep using the word, what is in vogue? This is what is reigning. This is the fashion, the reigning fashion. No, you don't go with every trend. You don't go with every fashion trend, because you may not have the means to afford that.
Yes.
So you don't go with that. You go with what you can afford. That is your modesty. And again, your modesty is that you are decently dressed. That is your modesty. That is your modesty. Your modesty is not because, oh, one movie star. That is what this movie star is wearing now. Because oftentimes, especially youths, they model after movie stars, music stars, and all that, great artists. This is what they are wearing. They want to wear what they are wearing.
And do you know that some of the clothes they're even wearing are not theirs? They go to fashion rooms and yes,
Yes,
that's why at the content you see the names appreciating the fashion.
Yes, yes.
It's hired.
Costumes, the costume people hire clothes to them.
Yes.
I remember them close to my office at Ikeja. There was a salon there where a lot of them comes to rent their hair that they used that time. I could still remember that. So things like that.
And then you watch it now, will just be killing yourself. I must get it by all means. And then you start piercing yourself with so much trouble. How to make money. Those of you that are married, you start disturbing your husband. I must buy this, so I mean, those of you are not yet married now, you must know. Of course, if you're a small boyfriend, you will not have money, so you have to go for hire to go and look for sugar daddy, the one that has one, so that you can have money to buy.
You want to buy bone straight,
hair, 4 million. When you know the kind of home you're coming from.
That is not your modest. Yeah, that is not your modest at that time. There is honestly, Elise, there is time for everything.
Honestly.
You see, when you see Elise wear something today and you want to be Elise, it's misplaced priority because she has paid her dues. She's coming from somewhere. There were times in her life she couldn't wear even the bedam boutique.
Tell them.
So so if she's wearing anything now and you want to wear what she's wearing, you are shortening your route to get it to where she is now. There's a time to invest. There's a time to wear. When you use the time to invest to wear, you will not have to wear tomorrow. Use this time as a youth to invest. Let somebody wear the most expensive cloth. Turn your eyes to the other side, because that is not what you need now. Actually, your time now is for investments. Use your investment time to invest. Every little cash you get, let your mindset be investment mindset, investment consciousness. Oh, what do I invest this money into so that I can get this? Not that you want to wear big, you want to live big. Fake life. There's so many fake life these days, you know, especially online. Somebody just goes to borrow cloth to wear. He comes online. He go and stay by somebody else's car. And he said, this is my house, somebody else's house. And you see that, you like, I must be this person. I must wear. You have stepped out of your modest, because that is not where you are. That is not where you ought to be. Be where you ought to be. Trust me, that big life you want, it will come to you. It will come. But there are process. Take the process. Don't jump. Don't take a step ahead of your process. Otherwise, you will land in the ditch.
And even to our women too, some of us that want to spend so much money to go and buy a shebi, this and that. You have that same color, because there are more than 200 colors now in the world now. God gave us 7, but we have increased to more than 200. But you have that great color, but maybe not the same fabric. Why will you go and start spending that kind of money? Use your own, the one you have, because you can't afford it. But those that can afford it, no wahala. But some people want to, I must belong to this. So that's what, as she mentioned before, the kind of company you keep also matters. If you keep coming that I must, you put yourself into so good. But I come and say, go now, therefore use the money to do something better. Which kind of thing be this one? You'll be grumbling when you get home, or even start fighting your husband to give you the money to go and do that. So we really need to be careful of what we do. That's
I want to quickly say this too. Talking about, you know, maybe going for a party, you must wear, this is the color of the day and all that. I keep saying that color of the day is for the person. The person that is doing party is the person that said this is the color of the day. It's not me. The person did not consult me before saying this is the color of the day.
That's true. So wear the one you have.
And so if you did not consult me to say this is the color of the day, and I decide to wear what I have, you can't send me back from your party.
No, but
I will wear what I have to wear. I was in a party recently. It was all white party. I'm not usually a very good white person. And I couldn't go looking for white. I cannot go and buy white because I'm coming for your birthday party. So what did I do? I wore Ankara. And in the midst of everybody, I so much added color to that white that day with my Ankara. Because everybody wore white.
Because you are standing
and
out.
I just stood in the midst of them for the picture. When I look at myself, I say, oh, I'm so beautiful.
No.
I'm so beautiful here. I just make the picture colorful. You know what it means when you just arrange white and you just put one single color there that is different. It was so beautiful. So I prefer to put that kind of beauty in your party than for me to go and kill myself to be able to. Of course, I call the person doing the party early in the morning that day. I say, please, I don't have white to wear. She, I can come like that. He said, you can come now. Is it that really I don't have white to wear? I don't think so. But I just like being myself. I don't like going with the trend. And that's why I hardly do a party and give colors too. I like people just coming the way they are. Because it's like imposing problem on people. It's like imposing what people ordinarily wouldn't want to do. They don't have the means to do it. You impose it on them, they start running around. No, it shouldn't be. Yeah.
Thank you so much on that. Welcome back. We're still discussing how to regulate your fashion wears and interest. Then he also say again, how do one regulate his or her fashion wears and maintain moral standard? Very, very key. How do we do that?
Your fashion reflects your mindset. If you are not morally sound, it will be shown in what you wear. Because you are not morally sound. Yeah. So for you now to dress and be morally sound in your dressing is for you to look inward. Honestly, when you are wearing something that is not decent, you know. Forget about those guys with correct things. You say your breast is showing, still they don't know. Let me tell you how I know that they know. Sometimes in church, because they call me fashion police. I don't mind. It's a good name. So when some of them the dress is too short, and they see me coming, you see they quickly adjust it. Some take another route. Some sees me, maybe this place is opening. They are shifting it up so that it will cover what is not supposed to be exposed there. So that tells you that person knows what he's wearing is bad.
Because you have not spoken to her.
No, she knows already that her mommy is going to correct this. She already knows what she's wearing is bad. So I don't even, sometimes when they are already dragging like that, I don't talk to them. I just pass. Because you already know what you're doing is wrong. You don't need anybody to tell you. So you're dressing as a decent woman, as a decent man. I'm just putting man for putting sake. We know where this problem lies.
The lines on
we know it's not with the men. Yes.
Mostly, yeah, that's true.
It's not with the men. Hardly you see a man that goes out not well dressed now. It's very difficult to see
very
that.
Rare,
but it is with women. Sometimes even women that have little children. You know, you have little children and you are wearing that. Sometimes you see some mothers, they are going out, they are dragging their little ones. And what they are wearing, there was a day I stood and I was looking at one woman. I mean, I took time to jump like, God, what is this? And she's dragging little children along with her. Tomorrow, you don't expect such children, when they grow up to become teenagers, to be well dressed. No, because you already have an example from their home, which is their mother. Negative example. Some mothers, even in the home, you have boy child, and you are half naked in the house. You are naked in the house, let me even say it. And you know you have a boy child. No, you shouldn't be. There are private parts. It should be private to you. There are parts that is meant for you and your husband alone. It's not meant for your son. It shouldn't be meant for your son. So if you are not decent in dressing, you know that this thing is not decent. You work on yourself. It's a decision you actually take. How do I want to be addressed? How do I want people to see me? Am I a hawk? No, you are not. You are a good woman. If I'm a good woman, my dressing should portray that. People should see me and they should easily identify that this woman is a good woman. Right from your dressing, not when they see you say, which kind of wife you marry. They're asking your husband, which kind of wife you marry. Because the way she dressed, what is supposed to be private for both of you has become public for everybody. No, it shouldn't be. We must be able to look back Yeah, we say, oh, this is the 21st century. This is what is happening
Is
now.
that not madness?
No.
Is it
Anything
madness?
that is not normal with the 21st century, please don't pick it. You don't need it. No. Otherwise, you will end up contributing something bad to the society. Yes. Be the one that is that has something good to contribute to the society.
We need to care
and
society.
It starts from your dressing.
Good. And that will bring me back to that teaser, that a new attitude invariably creates a new result.
Yeah.
When you work on yourself and change what you are, people will also, look at you from a different perspective. This guy or this lady has actually changed. On a more serious note, we don't have much problem with men when it comes to dressing. That is the truth of the matter. Because if I see men that sag, I'm showing us even this way no clean self. Yeah, in the name of it's very rare. You see that those on drugs and all those. But a decent man will always be decent. Yeah. They are it's have to do with you. And we are the one, ladies, now talking to you ladies, listening to us, that we really need to help our brothers. I said help our brothers that are rapists too. We need to help them. No matter how you want to say it, no matter how you want to talk it out so that you'll be free from whatever you're doing, be careful of what you do. Because Bible says, do not be a stumbling block to another person. When you do certain things, you become a stumbling block. It may be what you like, but is it really decent? Will society accept it? Yes, everybody mind your business. Oh yes, I do that for myself, not for another. But invariably, or rather in your mind, it's not for yourself. You do that to seduce, or you do that to you have a wrong motive for dressing in that manner. And so, Pastor D, do take me to my last question from my side, and it says here, is exposing one's body be seen as being fashionable?
Exposing
we're already saying it, but let's see hammer on it.
Honestly, exposing yourself, the women now, exposing your private parts when you dress is not fashionable. No, you are not being fashionable. A fashionable person is decent. Decent in dressing, does not expose private part, make private part public part. No. Exposing yourself is not fashionable. It's not being fashionable.
Whether you're a celebrity or not, it doesn't matter.
It's not being fashionable. There are celebrities that don't expose themselves. Let me tell you the truth. When she said something about those who sag, that are few, those who sag, in most cases, they sag under the influence. They are influenced by something. They've taken drugs, substance. That is when they now sag, they are not themselves. But for the women who dressed up and leave the house half naked, they do it with their clear eyes. And that is not being fashionable at all. That is actually like reducing yourself from being human. Animals, they don't have limits. They don't even wear clothes. Dog and dog can mate in the presence of everybody because they don't have limit. But humans, we have limit. We have break. Apply break. We are talking about fashion. What do you also see about this tattoo all over both men and girls and boys, even some married men and some married women, tattoo, wearing these long beards and all that? What do you talk about that? Honestly, I don't have problem with you wearing long beard. That's your choice. We can't dictate what you wear as far as the way that for you, And also, when you tattoo your body, I don't like it as a person. I don't see any reason why I'm going to be drawing all kinds of drawing in my body. It doesn't look nice in my eyes.
Both snake and dragon, all inside person body.
In my own eyes, it doesn't look nice in the body of those that does it. For them, that's what they feel is good for them. I don't like it. There is nothing on there that will make me go and even pierce a second ear. Not to talk of going to be tattooing body. It's not possible. But if that is the way you want to live your life, nobody is going to stop you, as bad as it may be. But that's the way you want your life, nobody is going to stop you. I won't judge you for doing that. No.